All right. Hello, JCAL, friends and family. We are back with another quarantine art class, although it seems like the quarantine has been lifted. I hope all of you are doing well, staying safe, and having fun. Today, what you see before you here is a Goyataku print. A Goyataku print is where you literally take a object, cover it in paint, then print it on your canvas. Now, in this case, my cousin Cayenne used an actual fish and painted the fish with different colors, greens, blues, a little bit of yellow, and laid it smack down on the paper and made a nice, beautiful Goyataku print of this fish. Well, we don't have a fish today, but we do have fruit. That's right, we have an avocado, a strawberry, we have some grapes, and last but not least, a banana peel. All right, so we're gonna try making some interesting shapes, Goyataku prints using these fruits. And you can use whatever you have at your disposal. You can even use your thumb. You can use your hand. You can use the bottom of a water bottle or the water bottle itself. And it helps if you have nice paint, or in our case, we're going to use our famous pen paint, our pen ink paint. That's right. This whole quarantine art lesson, we've been using the ink wells inside of our ballpoint ink pens and our jelly roll pens. And we've been using these just like paint. So we're going to do the same thing today. We're going to use this ink to print using our fruit and whatever it is that we have at our disposal. So you can use saran wrap, you can use tin foil, you can use styrofoam, you can use corn on the cob, whatever it is that you have, you can add color to, you can print with. So get creative. And it helps if you go outside, you can find leaves, you can use sticks and twigs, grasses, anything that you can find, you can print with, as long as you can cover it with ink or paint, whatever it is that you have, then you can place it down on a flat surface like paper, then you can do a Goyataku print with us. So let's get started. We're gonna move this beautiful work of art over and do a little bit of experimentation. All right, so first we're gonna start with our banana peel. Now this banana peel, let's get in a little bit closer. This banana's already been eaten by my cousin. He was hungry. But now we're gonna take our marker and we're gonna mark this banana peel up. Now where'd that red marker go? Well, we're gonna start with the blue. Actually, we're gonna start with the lighter colors because we don't wanna contaminate our marker. We wanna start with the light colors and then work our way to the dark. So you can see I'm just using a regular Crayola marker. Just a regular Crayola marker. You can get these at the 99-cent store. Now here, I'm gonna use this Sharpie. Oh, here we go. Here's our other Crayola. Now you could use the Sharpie too. I'm gonna actually add this Sharpie. Yep, it's a little bit darker. So we can get a nice color transition there. Now we're gonna work our way to the darker colors and we're gonna use blue. So we're gonna color this banana almost like a sunset. And then I'm gonna go back into the blue with the red marker. And we're gonna flip it and print it, Goyataku style. Here we go. And you can see even the back of the banana peel made a little impression on the paper just with the fibers of the banana peel. So that's pretty cool too. So even without ink, we made a cool print. So we got to press this kind of hard, dig that ink into the paper, and it's a little bit light, but we're going to try it again. But this time, we're going to use ink from our pen. So we have a strawberry here, and we're going to add some ink to it, some colorful ink. And now I like this pen. It has multiple colors inside of it. So that is pretty cool. So let's get this all over the strawberry. And now let's roll this strawberry around and make a Goya-Taku print. Maybe we could spread this ink a little bit more. All right, now let's see what this does when we place it down. Now, we have to think about placement. It's fun just to experiment and try things, but we also want to make a work of art. So let's see what happens. We're going to roll this around. Oh, and you can see the holes from the strawberry. I'm going to pick it up here and roll this strawberry around. Oh, yeah, it's making a cool pattern using the strawberry seeds. So that's making a very interesting pattern. Kind of funky. Let's get in a little bit closer. All right, let's try another method. Let's get some ink on this avocado. Now, I'm going to open up another ink well. This one looks like blue or purple. And I'm just blowing it like a straw out onto my avocado. All right, so now that avocado is covered, and I'm going to spread it out a little bit more. And now let's roll it down and see what happens. Yeah, it creates really cool texture in the background. And it lasts for quite a while. So you can just keep rolling that same part around and get a very interesting texture. This is a cool way to create backgrounds for your art. And if you have something more specific in mind, you can do that as well. So let's get a little more ink on here. Let's try the grape this time. We're going to move to the grape, and we're going to switch colors. Oh, this ink dried up, but that's kind of cool. I'm going to try to draw with it. I'm going to use the grape to draw. So we're experimenting and having fun. I'm using the grape almost as like a stylus. It's kind of fascinating to work with a fruit as a drawing utensil. But when you're an artist, sometimes you have to work within limitations. And those limitations can actually lead to great discoveries. You just have to be open-minded. All right, so this is almost looking like an underwater creature or an underwater scene. Maybe that's coral reef. But I think I see the beginnings of an underwater scene here. So, and my assistant Cayenne has prepared very kindly and graciously a grape with ink on it. And now I'm gonna try that. What color ink was that? Black. That was black ink. All right, let's try this black ink. It's important to know your colors. Oh, and now I'm making these little dots. See that? This is cool. So it's all about inventing new ways to be creative and have fun, right? Because that's, if you're not having fun, then what are you doing? Well, this is definitely fun. And how many times have you drawn with fruit or painted with fruit? Well, I could count the number of times I've painted with fruit on one finger. And it's this time. And I'm really glad that we're doing it together. And look at how it starts off very dark, but then as you keep going, it starts to get lighter and lighter. All right, my assistant Cayenne is preparing a strawberry for me. This is wonderful. Maybe next we could do a banana. All right, so this is a nice way to work on a background. You know, it's fun to get creative and try new things with the background. You know, you can just get in there with an old-fashioned marker and just start coloring things into. I feel like this needs a little more yellow to brighten things up. All right, I love yellow. Yellow is a great color, warm, bright color, and it almost goes with everything. All right, so now that we have a nice colorful background going on here, I have a strawberry prepared with ink that I'm going to roll around. Now this is unlike the previous ink, which was colored. Oh, and he added a lot of ink. I can smear this. Look at how I can just smear this around with my finger or with the strawberry. In fact, a finger is a great thing to print with. You can do a lot of, you can have a lot more control with your finger. All right, I see some sea creatures emerging in here, but I want to keep working on, ooh, now the strawberry is really shining with that print. Look at that. These could be the scales of a fish. Maybe there's a fish right here. All right, our strawberry is starting to fall apart. We're starting to get some strawberry juice on there. All right, so this is very cool. We're having fun, being creative, trying out new ways to print using fruit, using whatever you have available. Oh, I almost forgot, we can use this water bottle. Water bottles have interesting textures on the bottoms and the sides. And just be on the lookout for other things around you in your area, in your room, something that you don't mind getting dirty, that you can cover with markers, that you can cover with paint or ink, and print on paper. So really all you have to do in order to print is just cover that thing in paint and then rub it on a surface. So I'm gonna try to print using these Sharpies and Crayola markers. All right, we have another one. I'm gonna print it right there. Sort of came up. All right, let's try this banana peel. Oh, all right. So I'm gonna smear it on here a little bit more. Smear the ink on the banana peel, and let's see what happens. Interesting textures, very interesting. All right, so it's all about experimentation, having fun. We're getting a wild background, but we're gonna rein it in with our glitter drawing. That's right, we're gonna use glitter to paint with today. And I haven't ever done a glitter painting before, and I haven't seen a glitter painting attempted before, so I think it would be fun to try. So let's try doing a little glitter painting, and let's incorporate that into our background here, our funky wild background. we need to start with some fish, all right, and some glue. We have here some nice school glue. This gel is blue. It does dry clear, but I'm gonna start adding a little bit of a background to this with using glitter. So I'm gonna open this up and get the brush. See the brush. I'm gonna start adding this glue here. The blue glue. Okay. There's the brush. All right. So now I'm gonna spread this blue glue. And now I'm gonna start to add a little bit of glitter here and there to create effects. Notice how I'm just spreading it all across the canvas. All right. So now if I want to add a highlight, to this section, I can start using my glitter. Whoops, that was a lot there. Let's get a dark blue. We need, oh, there's a dark blue. So this will be for the background. We're gonna use some more dark blue. And now, if you don't have glitter, what else can you use? Well, just try to paint. We're gonna get glitter everywhere. We're gonna end up getting it everywhere. I'm smudging this glitter around with my hand because I want to spread it. I want to spread it out just to kind of tone the background. We're gonna build up some layers here. Layers of glitter. And I'm using my fingers as a sort of squeegee or brush. So you can see what's happening here. We have this nice little pink, and I'm gonna tap it in certain areas where I want it to be more. Just be very careful about how you add it. A little bit of glitter goes a long way. This is powerful stuff. All right, I'm spreading it with my finger. You can use a brush, but sometimes the finger is just a little more practical. All right, let's back up and just kind of get a look at what's going on here. I know this looks wild right now. Ooh, we got this nice gold that we're gonna come in and add right here. And here, and here. Just be free. These are sun rays. Maybe they're octopus feet, I don't know. Ooh, and look how that spreads. That's just really cool to see. That's right, so we have two different tones of glitter here. We're blessed with lots of different colors of glitter, thanks to my cousin. So we'll be doing, this is a nice, fun, experimental way to create a background. And I'm spreading it on there so that it doesn't really bunch up. I want to really spread it around. All right, I think we're almost ready for another layer of glue. But before I do, I'm going to add a few more different tones of yellow and gold back here. So we're painting with glitter here, painting with glitter today. So let me just kind of back up so you can see in there. Sorry about the squeaks, but this sure does look cool. We can even come back in and add some, yes, here we go. We got this nice clear glue. You can get this at the 99-cent store. I think we're gonna add a fish. Let's add the fish in there now. Where should we add the fish? I'm gonna add it right here. So I'm just gonna draw an oval for the main body of the fish. And I'm gonna fill it in with my finger. Now you guys might not really be able to see that, but I can see this nice little puddle that I formed that now, what color should we make the fish? Well, we're gonna make a nice pink fish. My cousin is helping me choose the colors. So we're making a collaborative glitter painting right now. All right. So there we go. There's our pink body of our pink fish. I'm gonna spread it out into the legs, and let's dump some of this excess glitter off. Turn this over so I can dump it in there. All right, we're gonna dump this excess glitter off. Okay, so there's our fish. I'm gonna define it a little bit more by cleaning up that little puddle of glue that you can see. All right, now we're gonna add some more colors to this fish. We need to add a tail. So I'm gonna add a tail going, this will be the head here. So this will be the eye there. I'm gonna have a big tail coming this way. All right, and we got a tail color chosen. So we're gonna pour that on there. All right, we're gonna pour that off. Ooh, all right, let's clean that up. Oop, there we go. Sorry about that technical difficulty. So as you can see, we've been adding to our fish. We're gonna cleaning it up with our finger, going around the edge. And let's add something for the eye. We need a dark color for the eye and to surround it with. All right, well, let's use this. Or here, we'll use this purple for the eye, or the blue. All right, here we go. We're gonna make an eyeball here. Whoa, that came out fast. Let's dump it this way. All right. So now this fish has a gradient. Let's do the gold eye. Oh, here we go. Let's do this for the eye. All right. Now we're gonna outline it. We're gonna outline this fish using our pen. And we have to move the fin up here. There. So let's take a look. All right, this is a very abstract piece, but it's fun. It's all about building layers, experimenting, and seeing what you can do. All right, so we're gonna make some glue paint. We're gonna bring out some white. A little bit of white and clear glue. Let's see what we can do. Add a little highlight to the top of our fish. All right. Oh, nice. Very cool. Let's see what else we got here. So we found some more stuff, some more glitter, and let's make some more coral. We're gonna make some more coral. So let's add different stripes here. Now you want to add some of this yellow to it. There you go, just tap it on there. Oops, now you can spread it. There you go. Oops. Now let's dump it a little. So we're just having fun with glitter here. Look at all these different colors we're creating. And that's the name of the game. Just want to have fun and see what you can come up with. Let's see what else we can do here. More coral. We'll add different branches. All right, we got some more coral going on. All right, you want to add some more glitter to that? All right, very cool. Yes, and we're going for multiple tones here. Look at those difference of colors there, the light blue and the dark blue, and how he's mixing them together. Interesting. All right, now let's dump it off. And which way you dump it matters. All right, so after we're gonna add a base floor here, and then after that, we're gonna add a layer of glue over the top to protect it all, and we're gonna let that dry, start a new one, and then when this one dries, we can come back and add more layers. You have to work in layers, especially with glue, because glue takes a little bit to dry, right? So you gotta be careful with that and just allow for enough dry time. Okay, so you can come back in if you want and add some more ink. If you add ink over the glitter, you'll have this really cool effect with the ink. And you can start to bring out different tones. It's all about just kind of spreading it around and getting creative. All right. So we got a lot going on here. We're gonna add a nice clear layer of glue. And we're gonna spread it out. This is really just satisfying to do, really, just to watch this glitter move around in this glue. Ooh, yes. And just check out all these cool little areas we got going on. We're just spreading this glue around, making sure we cover everything. Sorry about that sound. My tripod makes a weird sound, but I want you guys to be able to see everything here. See everything that's going on. Sometimes art doesn't have to be about anything in particular if you don't want it to be. You might say, oh, I want it to be a fish or an underwater scene, but then it might turn into maybe it's outer space. Or say you just have to keep your mind open and allow things to happen and allow yourself to just experiment and have fun, because that's how you discover things. All right, so we're gonna add a little bit more. We're gonna add a little sand to the bottom. Go ahead, add that little glitter sand there. All across the bottom. Very cool. Oh, I like the pattern in which he laid it across. Oh, very nice. Those are, it looks like waves. That's very cool. Looks like waves in the sand. You guys see those waves? Very cool. So now we're gonna shake it off. Shake, 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 shake it off. All right. And we're just making a great mess right now. Like, this is just so much fun. Making a mess, that's what art is all about. All right, so we're brushing this around. This is probably one of the cooler pieces in my sketchbook right now. And this is so satisfying to do. Creating new ways of creating new materials to paint with. Thinking outside the box. That is what we do best. All right, and Cayenne's kindly helping me with a little bit more color in my glitter. Let's add a little bit more. Oh yes, ooh, a little highlight, nice. And we'll add a little bit of fire in there too. A little fire action. All right, let's have it go down this way this time. All right. There's a lot going on here. This is so cool. So sometimes it helps to turn your piece to see it from different angles and notice what you might be able to do to make it better if you see it from a different vantage point. All right, I think we should add just a little more glue to this, let it settle. And then we'll start maybe another smaller piece on the canvas. All right, so art is just about using what you have, making the most with what you have available. So whatever you have available, that is the best tool to use. So don't be afraid to think outside the box and use things that might not normally be considered art supplies. That's what this is all about, really. All right. This is pretty cool. I like what's going on here. It turned out, it's an abstract underwater art scene. I enjoy this. All right, now we're gonna start a new canvas. We'll let this one dry. And we're gonna begin a new canvas. All right. So this one, I'm gonna try to do a face. So here we go. A little face action here. So I'm gonna start with the drawing of the outline of the head. And that's good enough for now. We'll get to the details later. Actually, let's start with the outline. Can my assistant wash the brush for me, please? Thank you. All right, so while my assistant is washing the brush, I'm gonna take this marker felt pad that I took out from inside of a marker, and I'm going to use it to kind of mark this canvas back with the glue on the outside, just to see what kind of colors we can create with it, just to tone the background a little bit. And notice how I squeeze it. When you squeeze it, the ink comes out a little bit more if you squeeze the marker. So I'm squeezing it and I'm rubbing it with my finger. And I'm just toning the background. Right now it's a floating head. But it can be whatever I want it to be. But right now I know that I want to go for a face. So that's what I'm going to shoot for this time here. So squeeze out all that ink in the corners here. Oh, that's good. Thank you. All right. My assistant has kindly washed the brush for me so that I can continue painting uninterrupted. So thank you to Cayenne. All right, for helping me. All right, so we have here the start of my head. I drew an outline with the glue for the outline of the head. Now I'm gonna go in and just kind of indicate where I want the eyes to be. So that would be here, here. Here's where the nose is and the mouth. Now, right now, I can't tell if this is a boy or a girl. I just know that it's someone. It's gonna be someone. So I'm gonna smudge in those eyes there, smudge that nose, smudge the lip a little bit. And look how easy that is. Already you can kind of see the face coming through. And I'm just laying out the shadows right now. All right, add a little more. Oh, that's looking like some hair. Okay. All right, so I'm just adding shadows here and there. I'm gonna come in and add some glitter in a little bit and just see what I can do with that. All right, so we have here kind of the outline of a face. Let's see what we got with this glitter. All right. So I'm gonna start with some darker colors and work my way to the light. So I'm gonna start with the shadow here for the nostril. And now this is kind of one of the darker colors I have along with this. So I'm gonna stick with this kind of purple right now. And I'm gonna, some of the darker areas are here along the eyes. And here for the mouth. And then underneath the bottom lip. All right, so now I'm gonna counter those dark colors using light colors. So now I'm gonna come in and add some highlights where I know the highlights are going to be. So one place I know it's gonna be is here on the lip. I gotta tap it out carefully because I don't want too much coming out. And now I think I'm gonna save I'm not gonna tip off the glitter anymore. I'm going to just pile the glitter on until I'm ready to tip it off at the end. There's the highlight that I added there was for the bridge of the nose. And now I'm going to add a highlight above the eyebrows or on the brow of the forehead. I'm also going to come in and do the eyes next. So those eyes are a little dark now, so I'm going to add the corners of the eye. I didn't do the middle of the eye because I'm going to add some. I'm going to add that next. So I'm going to start with the white of the eye. And then work my way to the dark. And now, of course, this isn't going to be precise, but that's not the point. The point is to have a unique looking work of art. Okay. Now I'm going to start with this light yellow. I'm going to add that after the highlights. Oop. Okay, now I'll do that for the side of the face. And the chin. I'm going to smooth that in there. All right. Now this is a slightly darker color. It's orange. I guess it's considered darker. And I'm just going to lay it on the side as if it were kind of a shadow. A little bit up there. Okay. Now I'm going to come in and add some little touch-ups here. I'm going to do some tonal variation under the eyes and then work my way into the cheeks and everything else. Above the lip here. All right, so a little bit of yellow here underneath the eye. A little bit here. I'm trying to kind of shade using the glue, or the glitter, I should say. I'm coming in with some red around the edges. Just hitting those edges. Now just a little bit more white on the cheeks, the ball of the cheek, underneath the, above the lip, underneath the nose. All right, that's kind of looking cool. Now I'm gonna come in with the eye. That's right, the pupil and the iris. It'd be cool if I had like a black, but I do not. Ooh, this could be cool though. We have beads, so maybe I'll use a few beads for the black of the eye. All right. So we're using beads for the black of the eye. Remember, you got to use whatever you got available. That's the most important thing. You just make the most with what you have. And I think it's cool like that. Maybe I'll do one little guy here. All right. So now I need to do the forehead and hair. So, and eyebrows. So let's do some eyebrows. Eyebrows, we'll do, I don't know, how about some green? What is this, green? Yellow? It's like gold. Interesting. Now, I really want to use black for the hair, but I'm gonna use a type of purple and maybe some red